like, what? Why do I have to do all of that when I already have my certification? Hey you guys, Sabriyyah Iman, and I'm back with another video. So, as you can tell by the title, today's video is about what I'm doing to prepare for my first year of teaching. Before I get started, don't make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, please. Make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to build my channel up. And just a little information about me. If it's your first time here, I am going to be a first-year teacher this upcoming school year, and I will be teaching first grade. I student taught in second grade, but I wanted to try first grade out because I just love that age like so much. They're so sweet. Oh my god. But yes, but this is gonna be my first year, and I'm very excited. And yeah, so there's just a little information about me. I really want to tell you all like about the certification process. Okay, let me tell y'all. I'm just gonna tell you. So I went to Valdosta State University, graduated from there, and then I got my Georgia certification for elementary education. So I have my Georgia certification, and right now I'm in the process of getting my Florida certification. And y'all, this process, it just seems so complicated. Like, first, let me tell you. So, in order to get your professional certificate, let me just say from my experience, or like if you're an out-of-state teacher. So, first, you have to submit an application. Then you get a statement of eligibility. After that, you get your temporary certificate. And then after that, you get a professional certificate. So, I submitted my application. I need to vent really quick because, so I submitted my application for certification, and let me tell y'all, this is what happened. So I had to wait. It seemed like I had to wait forever for my Georgia certification because, you know, of everything going on with coronavirus, and so people were working remotely, and like it had a lot of things to process. So, you know, I had to wait. And when I interviewed with the principal of the school that I'm going to be at, she's not going to be the principal. Somebody else is becoming the principal, effective today. But when I interviewed with her, she basically said I had the job. The only thing I needed was my certification, and that she could hire me. So I was just on the hunt for my certification after that. And that was like in April. And I know I was going to have to wait until after graduation before I got that certification. But I finally got my Georgia certification like June 9th. And so as soon as I got that the day I got it, I was headed to Miami to help my grandma out. And like my grandma, she wanted me to get tested for corona before I came to her house because she didn't want to get sick, but it takes 14 days for the results. But so when I got to Miami, I went to go get tested, and they were doing the testing by the stadium, like where my grandma lives, like the exit you get off on, the stadium, the Hard Rock Stadium, I think it's called in Miami, you know. But she lives by that stadium, and so at that stadium they were doing the COVID testing, and it was like a 2-hour wait for it, almost 3 hours. And so like while I was waiting in that line in my car, I turned on my hotspot, got on my laptop, and submitted my application because I was that ready to get my Florida certification so I could get hired. So I submitted. It seems like forever before they processed it, but finally they sent me it's that same week they sent me like a little automated message saying what I was missing, and like the only thing I was missing was my transcript. So I had to get in contact with them, and y'all, it was so difficult to get in contact with them because I figured out that you have to call twice. The first time you call, they're gonna say it's too many people on the line and that you need to try again later. Literally, I called back a minute later. I put in my information, and they put me on hold, so I'm able to talk to somebody. And I let them know that I sent my transcript in before I sent my application in. So she went and found it, and she was like, okay, good, we got it. We'll go ahead and finish the process. So it felt like forever before they did that. And so, but it only took like 2 weeks. So 2 weeks later, I get my statement of eligibility, which is the next step in the certification process. So I get that, and they tell me that I'm eligible for a temporary certificate, and the only thing that I need in order to get that was to get hired or get proof of employment. So now I'm just waiting to hear back from the new principal of the school that I'm going to be at, so we can get that started. And then they were saying in order for me to be eligible for my professional certificate, I was going to have to take all of these tests required by the Florida Department of Education, which includes the general knowledge exam, like the reading, math, and writing, the essay part, all of that, professional knowledge, and like the content or whatever grade level you're working with, like elementary education, secondary, whatever, you have to take that exam as well. And I was like, what? Why do I have to do all of that when I already have my certification? So I first I sent like an email. I know that was gonna take forever, so I attempted to call the people at the Department of Education, and y'all, I was looking them up, trying to see like how long it would take. And when I did my research, I found out that like a year or two ago, there was over 36,000 applications waiting to be processed with them, and like they were under investigation because of that. But fast forward, I finally get in contact with somebody, and I told them like I already have my Georgia certification. I thought you all had something with reciprocity, or you know what I'm talking about. And she was like, yeah, we do. I'm looking on your file and I don't see your Georgia certification. I was like, oh, I thought I submitted it already. And so let me tell you all. So on the application, I waited to submit when I got my Georgia certification. I looked back at the application while we was on the phone, and I saw that I put in my Georgia certification information, like my certification number, the date it was valid, and what the date it expired. I remember putting in all that information, and so I think because I put that information in, I thought I submitted it, but I didn't. And she was like, it wasn't on file, and I needed to submit it as one of the documents. And I was like, okay. So that really made me upset. Like, I put in the information. Why didn't y'all put on the letter that y'all sent back to me saying that I needed my transcript? Why y'all didn't put my certification up there too, when I clearly put on the application that I do have a certification from another state? Why didn't y'all do that? And so that just prolonged the process. But I submitted it yesterday, and so now I'm just waiting again. So I just need to get that off my chest. So if you're thinking about coming to Florida and you know, you're coming out of state and you already have a certificate, remember to submit your certificate. Yeah, because I'm not even gonna say it. All right, so enough of that. Let's go ahead and get started. So I wrote down like what I'm doing to prepare myself, and so I'm gonna start off. So the first thing I did to start preparing for my first year was read. Okay, I started reading books like for classroom management, and I'm gonna show you all. So one of the first books I read was this 200. Oh, y'all, babe bought me a ring light so I could make my videos, and I'm like, oh my god, I love it. But yeah, this is the first book called 200 Plus Educational Strategies to Teach Children of Color. And there is another book, it's the 100 Plus Educational Strategies. I also have that book, but it's in the ebook format. But basically, it just has different strategies that you can use when you're working with children of color. And I know that the population of children that I'm going to be working with, the vast majority of them are going to be African American. And so yeah, I thought this would be a perfect book, and I used both of these books, or this book and the other one. And so yeah, it just gives you like different strategies for like language arts, learning capacity, peer mentoring and student leadership for specifically working with boys, youth development and self-esteem. It just has all of these different strategies. And what I did was I marked like the strategies, like, because they're numbered, so I marked down the strategies that I thought would be useful in my classroom, and then after I went through the whole book, I went ahead and typed them up so as a reference guide to the ones that I wanted to use. And y'all, it really does have a lot of good strategies working with black kids specifically. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend this one and the 100 plus. This one just says 200 plus because it's adding on to the 100 plus, so in total it's 200 plus strategies, but it's not 200 in this book, it's just an additional 100. But yeah, this was a really good book, and yeah, it's definitely something I'm going to be referencing throughout my first year and the many years to come. Let me see, I'm going to show you all the other two books last. So I've started reading this one, The Daily 5, Fostering Literacy Independence in Elementary Grades. And y'all, I found this gem at Goodwill, so I got it. It was a really good deal, and I'm in the process of reading it now. I'm about to start reading, like, let me see what chapter. I'm on chapter 3 of it. So like the key materials, concepts, and routines for launching a Daily 5. I didn't really use, or my mentor didn't really use the Daily 5. I don't know if it's like a district thing, like, or a school thing if you incorporate it, or if it's like individual teachers can do it. But I'm just gonna read information about like how they're structuring it and like how they're doing it. And I just watched one teacher's video about, it wasn't about Daily 5, it was about how she managed her centers, and she basically said that she didn't use Daily 5, but she incorporated some things from it. So I'm thinking I may do something like that, but I'm just gonna read this book to get a little more knowledge on this so that I could definitely incorporate it in my classroom. And then I also got this one from Goodwill called Revisiting the Reading Workshop, Management, Mini Lessons, and Strategies. A complete guide to organizing and managing an effective reading workshop that builds independent strategic readers. So I'm definitely going to use this. And one thing I saw in this book that I really liked, it showed you ways that you can organize your classroom library by grade level. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to crack open this book, but I most definitely will, maybe when I go to drill or something. But yeah, I told y'all I got this from Goodwill as well, so this was a good snag. And then I got the infamous The First Days of School, How to Be an Effective Teacher. So yes, I read like almost this whole book, and you can see like all the tabs in it. This book is really, I feel like it's very essential, like for first year teachers and even all teachers, because when reading this book, it gave like stories from different teachers like that were just having like a terrible year, and they started implementing some of these strategies mid-year, and it changed like their whole way of teaching, their whole environment, their whole classroom environment. And so yeah, I definitely read this, and I put sticky notes so that I can reference back to it. And then after I read this, I got this classroom management book. It's like it kind of goes with it, but basically all this book does is it shows you like the different strategies, or not strategies, the different procedures and routines that you can use in your classroom. And so I just used the sticky notes to reference the procedures and routines that I was going to utilize in my classroom. And what I did was I went ahead and started typing out, or hold on, I'm going too far ahead of myself. Yeah, so this will basically tells you how to teach the procedures, because something a lot of teachers do, what I learned from this book, something a lot of teachers do is they tell students the procedure. They don't really give students the chance to practice and reinforce the procedure. And that's like very important, because if you don't do that, then you're constantly gonna have to teach it. So it's better to go ahead and like drill those procedures in their head in the beginning, or else you will be struggling throughout the rest of the year. So yeah, and this leads me into my next thing, the next thing that I'm doing to prepare for my first year. So since I had that book, I went ahead and started writing out my procedures, and I have them typed up on my computer. And I found this template on Teachers Pay Teachers. It was free, and she basically followed the book. And so yeah, I followed her template, and I like took out procedures that I didn't know if it was gonna work, or I didn't think it would work with my classroom or whatever. But yeah, I went ahead and started typing those out, but I hit a small problem. So I have to wait. I'm not finished with it, and I won't be finished with it until I know what are some of the procedures, what are some of the school's procedures. Like, I don't know how they do breakfast, because you know everybody do things differently at their schools, and I'm coming to a whole different state, so I don't know how they do things down here. But I might have to add or change some procedures. So I just need to see what the school's procedures are. And then also with the COVID-19 stuff, I might have to change some stuff up, because you know they might not be able to interact, or we may not be able to do certain things that we used to could do. So once I get those guidelines or protocols, I will make adjustments to that and add whatever I need to add to that. So yeah, that's something else that I'm doing. So the next thing I've done, or something else I've done to start preparing for my first year, I've already started on my All About Me PowerPoint. So I did this when I was in college. So I did it when I had practicum for 5th grade, and I also did it with the class that our student taught with. So basically, I made a PowerPoint telling about me, my family, my friends, what I do, how I'm in the Army and things of that nature, my expectations for them, and what they could expect from me. And then also like some of my favorite things, like my favorite rappers, my favorite foods, things of that nature. So I just wanted to introduce myself, let them see like not me outside of school, but like, you know, more about me, like to see that I am a person, a human being that enjoys things. So yeah, I did that. I'm not finished with that. I need to go ahead and finish it, because it's really easy to do. But yeah, I've done that. Okay, next what I've done is I already know what my theme is. If you don't know, the theme for my classroom is going to be like a tropical type theme. And so what I did was I found a tropical decor bundle on Teachers Pay Teachers, and it came with a lot of things. And so what I did was I went ahead and started printing, laminating, and cutting out stuff. So far I have cut out like these letters. So these are going to be for my word wall. So yeah, it just has like all the different letters. They come in different colors, and I really like it. So yeah, I cut these out. And then for my bulletin boards, I cut out like these letters. So I have this for math. And then I also cut it out for reading. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, I cut these out. This is gonna be for my reading bulletin board. And then I cut out these like schedule cards. So you know, like how you have like the schedule, you post the schedule on the board, and like there's so many things you can choose from, like, y'all. But you know, I cut them out so that I can have more options or when changing the schedule, because you know, you're doing different things every day, things come up, and so it came with a good variety of stuff. And so yeah, I cut these out. And so yeah, I did this because I didn't want to wait until, you know, I just wanted to get a head start, because I have my annual training in like a couple of weeks, and I know I'm not gonna have time to do this. So yeah, I went ahead and did that. Okay, all right. And then finally, I've started buying things for my classroom. So I have an abundance of things for my classroom. I have a lot of books. I just have a lot of stuff at my boyfriend's apartment and my own apartment. So yeah, I already started buying things, and I'm trying to hold off on buying like essential things like dry erase markers and, you know, things of that nature, because I heard that the district, they have like this thing for teachers where they can go and get things. Like the district provides everything that the teacher need. Hopefully they do that for real and they don't just say that. But yeah, they when I went to go pick up my technology, they said that they have like this system or thing or room or whatever that teachers could go to get whatever materials they needed. So I'm trying to hold off on getting like really essential stuff like markers and like the poster chart, the chart paper and stuff. So I'm trying to hold off on buying those type of things if I can get them for free, you know, don't want to waste any money. And then of course, you know, I have my Amazon link, so if you would like to contribute to getting things, like a lot of the things on my wish list, they are things that I want for my classroom. I wouldn't necessarily say that I need them, but I want them to help make things smoother for my classroom, if you get what I'm saying. So if you'd like to contribute and help me out. Also, it's my birthday month, so if you would like to get me things for my birthday as well, you know. And you know what, I feel like when you become a teacher, or I don't know, as a beginning teacher, like things you want for your birthday or Christmas are things for your classroom, or that's how I'm feeling. Like if you want to get me something for my birthday, get me something off my my classroom wish list, please and thank you. But yeah, so now I'm going to talk about things that I need to do or I haven't done yet. So one thing I need to do is I need to definitely look at the standards and curriculum for my grade level. So coming from Georgia, I'm able to more easily navigate the website with the standards. But for Florida, it's like, it's kind of different, and I kind of need help navigating that. So that's why I haven't really looked at, I mean, I've looked at the standards, but it's hard for me to navigate it. So I'm trying to wait, but I'm going to try to research it a little bit more and try to figure out how to do it. But yeah, I need to look at the standards and the curriculum, need to find the curriculum map and see if they have a pacing guide. I need to do all of that so I can be prepared. Next, I need to find a weekly newsletter that I can send home to parents, because you know, communicating with parents is very important. And one thing that my mentor did that I loved was she had like this newsletter. I think she got it from Teachers Pay Teachers, but basically it told about like what standards they were working on, or what the focus was for the week. And then it also gave information like their current average for AR, and whether they are above or below or whatever. She let the parents know that in the newsletter, and it gave reminders, like important reminders and dates and things of that nature. So yeah, I really like that. So I need to find something like that. And I also need to find a like a monthly behavior chart or calendar to put in their take-home folder, because my mentor had something like that as well. And basically what she did with that was she had a behavior chart, and whatever color they were on at the end of the day, she would color that color in on that behavior chart. And so the parents would know how their behavior was, and if she needed to write like a note at the bottom, it had like which rule they had broken to cause them to be on that color if it wasn't a good color. So she'll write the number, and then like it would require a parent's signature. So that's something I really liked, and I think I might email her and ask, or text her and ask her like if she could send it to me. But I really like the one that she used, and I have yet to find it on Teachers Pay Teachers. So yeah, I think we're gonna ask her about that. But that's something I need to do. And something else I need to do is try to organize my books, because I have a lot of books already. Yeah, and I need to go ahead and organize it. I need to see how I'm going to organize it. I need to look at my book and see how I'm going to organize it, and then I need to go ahead and organize it so when I get back from training, I can go ahead and start getting things together, because I've been hearing that they might push the opening of school to after Labor Day. I'm not sure. It's just so many things in the air, and I have annual training the last 2 weeks of July. So when I come back, like that week is in service / planning, and then the week after that school is supposed to start. But I don't know if it's gonna get pushed back or what. So I just want to be as prepared as I can, because I already won't be able to, you know, get things ready like how I want to. So yeah, but that is it. Oh wait, something else I've done is I've went ahead and like found resources for like sight words and stuff, because I know that's very important in first grade. I went ahead and found resources for that, worksheets and things of that nature. Did that, and yeah. So I want to get in contact with whatever teachers I'm going to be working with to see how they do things, so that I can try to align with that, because I don't like reinventing the wheel. I like to recycle, okay? I like, if you're doing something, I'm gonna do it too, and I'm just gonna add my little twist to it. But yeah. Now, I forgot to mention, if you have any suggestions of things that you think I need to do to prepare for my first year, drop them down below in the comments. Also, if you work with first grade, let me know what type of things you're doing, or if you want to just point me in a direction of things to do with first grade, because I'm not really familiar with first grade. I student taught in second grade, but I'm not familiar with first grade. So if you want to leave me any resources or point me in any type of direction to help me out, I would really appreciate it. But yeah, that's it. That is all I have. If you want to see everything that I've purchased for my classroom so far, or what I have for my classroom so far, make sure to check out my 3 hauls that I have, my first year teacher hauls. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to contribute to my classroom, I will leave the link down below. But yeah, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate the support. People that have been sending me things, I really truly appreciate it. I know my kids will appreciate it, and I'm just so grateful. But that's it, you guys. I will see you all in the next video.